Carlos Pavon. I am from Venezuela. I am 21 years old and I've been in China for 3.5 years.
La primera pregunta es la que ¿cuál es tu reacción cuando tú supiste que desde el virus tú no puedes rechazar la universidad?
Bueno, estaba un poco aterrado, lo normal. Cuando algo nuevo aparece en el mundo, es como me gusta decir, lo que es invisible o lo que aparece que no se ha conocido antes, nos tiende a dar miedo, ¿no? En este caso, el virus, obviamente. Entonces, mi reacción fue también que soy una persona un poco emocional, es de estar un poco asustado, porque obviamente a mí personalmente me preocupa mucho las personas, la salud de las personas. Entonces mi reacción fue preocuparme por estas personas y bueno, obviamente también el hecho de que quedarme aquí en la universidad iba a ser muy difícil, ¿no? Estaba un poco asustado, pero gradualmente empecé a cambiar un poco y ya estoy con esta reacción normal, de que todo se está poniendo bien, ¿no? De poco a poco se pondrá bien.
Ok, sobre el virus, ¿qué cambió en tu diario vida acerca tu comportamiento?
Well, since they ask us to stay inside, for me, I really enjoy going out, either to play football or to run, or just to walk around, just to go other places. So obviously, I was really sad that I would not have this chance anymore to go out, and this is basically what changed in my daily life. However, I would say that I adapted pretty quickly because I feel like as human beings we have this capacity of adapting to any situations. So after a while, I just started to do things that I feel okay doing or I feel just good doing, right? Yeah.
So, ¿qué estuvo la reacción de tu familia acerca el virus? Supo que tú estuviste en China.
Well, they were also scared. Their first reaction was for me to go where they were now. They are in Mexico now, and actually, once we were talking about this on the fact that I could go back and stay there with them. But for me, I decided to stay in China even though this whole virus was spreading and we needed to stay quarantined, because I feel like I would not only jeopardize my health but also jeopardize their health, because you never know if once I go to the airport I might be cautious, but I also have the ability of contracted from a person who was maybe not attentive of getting the virus. So their reaction was is to be scared, but I also kind of helped them to feel okay, that the situation was controlled at least, yeah, and that I was in the university with good health.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Entonces, ¿qué estuvo tu gestión sobre la comida y diario entrenamiento?
Bueno, el entrenamiento cambió. Yo creo que el hecho de que estuviera esta cuarentena me transformó un poco, me convertí un poco más holgazán. Al principio me quedaba en la casa, no haciendo mucho, Luego, a medida de que mi barriga empezó a crecer, pues ahí dije, es tiempo de entrenar, ¿no? Y con respecto a la comida, yo tenía, de hecho mi compañero de cuarto bien lo sabe, de que yo tenía el hábito de comer chao fan, por ejemplo, y de comer en la cantina. Antes no preparaba la comida, no cocinaba, y el hábito que cambió fue de que empecé a cocinar más, empecé a comprar más comidas del supermercado, y la verdad es que me he convertido en un cocinero que no pensé que sería, y ahora estoy cocinando pollo, arroz, carnes, espagueti, y bueno, la dieta ha cambiado en ese sentido de que ahora yo cocino y no compro tanto comida de afuera.
So, what was the reaction of your parents financially? Did they make changes in the money transaction? How did you deal with the money transaction situation in China during that moment?
Well, it was pretty tough in the sense that now that my father went back to Mexico, he actually works in China, and he has a bank card where he obviously has his money and all of that. So for me, it has been tough to make transactions because he asked me this favor of depositing money to his bank account, and I haven't been able to do that. However, WeChat has helped us a little in the sense that through WeChat we can kind of cope with this. He can either send money to me or I can send money to him easily. Yeah. However, I had issues at the beginning with the bank, but I have solved all of that. So financially, it is okay. There is no issue with that. Yeah.
So, concerning the fact that there was scarcity of masks in China and campus and pharmacy, so how did you act when you were going out without your mask? What were you doing? Or when you were meeting people, were you scared not having the mask and meeting other students, for instance, coming from the same shop where you were going to buy stuff?
Well, not really, to be honest. At first, I feel like I had this kind of ignorance impulse to believe that even if I don't wear mask, I wouldn't get the virus. Especially on the fact that I'm young and I have a good health. So when we talk about the masks, I just kind of use maybe t-shirts to cover my mouth, believing that might help. And of course, since we learned that social distancing is pretty important, I just kind of try to keep my distance when I meet anyone who is a stranger to me. And well, that was the general thing I did.
So for people who cannot get masks in other countries, because at this moment we know there are scarcity, what do you advise them? What else can they do more to go through this virus period? Which other measures?
Well, we've heard how important it can be for you to wash your hands. Not all the time, but whenever you are, for instance, when you go outside and you come back home, washing your hands is very important. And for those who has not this possibility of wearing masks, I would just advise them to, if they are feeling sick, if they have any symptoms, stay at home or try not to go outside because you might jeopardize other people's health. And I would just advise these two things.
I've heard many people also saying that this virus have changed or will definitely change the way people live. What do you think this virus is going to change in your life habits,
right,
or in what you do as daily actions,
right,
after this virus? What is going to stay as a reflex? Could you share?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, sometimes as human beings we have no regard on our environment and in the people surrounding us. I can give you my own example. I'm not scared to share this because this was who I was. In my country, we really sometimes don't think of how we might harm others by our actions. You see? So for instance, when I would sneeze, I wouldn't cover my mouth. So I would just kind of sneeze anywhere, and I might not kind of infect, but send all the sneezes things to other people.
So how do you sneeze now?
So, well, now I try to cover my mouth with my hands like this, for instance, and it has been very difficult for me to adapt to this, because imagine almost 20 years and to change what you used to do. And the same with coughing. With coughing, I used to never cover my mouth as well. I used to just do it like this, and well, now you will see the difference. Now I cover my mouth because we know that when we do this, we're releasing a bunch of things that might harm others, you see? And I feel like this will help humanity to learn things, to protect ourselves. Another habit I also used to have was to speak maybe around, and before I didn't think it was bad to do, but now I feel like to me and to other people, they have learned that this is something wrong to do because you might be harming others' health. Yeah.
Thank you so much for all your time. Really.